Hey, good morning. It's that time again. It's time for another Buck Baseball podcast. And today we're going over the 2025 New York Yankees.
Rick Jeter with one of the most unbelievable plays you will ever see by a shortstop.
Yes, those New York Yankees. Well, not those New York Yankees. Those were some classic Yankee championship teams with the captain Derek Jeter and Posada and yada, yada, yada. But yeah, we're talking about the 2025 New York Yankees. Do they have a chance to go back to the World Series? Do they have a chance to win the World Series in 2025? Let's go. All right, so we're using Fangraphs again to look at the projected roster for the New York Yankees. We'll start with the starting rotation, which is definitely a strength. Garrett Cole, the ace of the staff, is returning this season. They signed Max Fried to a free agent contract, probably arguably one of the best pitchers on the free agent market. They still have Carlos Rodon, who was one of the best free agent pitchers on the market a couple of years ago. Luis Gil coming into his own, Clark Schmidt, and then Marcus Stroman is still there. They would like to move Marcus Stroman to free up some salary. There was talks about trying to trade him to St. Louis for Arenado. St. Louis has no interest in Stroman. They're trying to cut payroll as well. So if they can move Stroman before opening day, I'm sure they would like to do that and run with Cole, Fried, Rodon, Gill, and Schmidt. And that is a solid starting five. Even if Stroman was the fifth starter in place of like Schmidt, it's still a great starting five. But I know they want Clark Schmidt to run with it this year. Now, one of the best things they did this winter was trade for Devin Williams. So they have a bona fide stud at the back of their bullpen. And Luke Weaver's coming back. He had a great season for them last season, and they just brought Tim Hill back as well, who was also really good for them. They have Ian Hamilton, Fernando Cruz, Mark Leiter Jr., and JT Brubaker. And Jonathan Loaiza is still hurt. I'm not sure when he's coming back. It says April of 2024 is when he had surgery, so I'm guessing he'll be back. That'll be a big arm to get back if he is, in fact, coming back. But their pitching staff, lights out. Probably one of the best in the American League, if not the best in the American League. Now, if we get into the lineup, they're seriously lacking. In my opinion, they are a perfect fit for Nolan Arenado because right now they're penciling in Oswaldo Cabrera, or there was talk of Jazz Chisholm playing third base. There's also talk of DJ LeMahieu playing third base. But Fangraphs has Anthony Volpe leading off, who I absolutely love. Jazz Chisholm hitting second, who's going to see all kinds of pitches in front of Aaron Judge. Paul Goldschmidt, I fully expect to have a bounce-back season in New York with that lineup. He doesn't have to be the man, and he's sitting between Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger. I mean, imagine leaving St. Louis and ended up in between Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger if that's where he hits. Then you got Stanton, Austin Wells, Jason Dominguez, one of the best young players in baseball, and Oswaldo Cabrera right now penciled in at third base. On the bench, they have backup catcher Alex Jackson, DJ LeMahieu, Oswaldo Peraza, and Trent Grisham. So the bench is a little lacking, in my opinion, and they could definitely use a solidified third baseman. I think Nolan Arenado makes a ton of sense for this team, but it just doesn't look like that's going to happen. Lineup stacked, pitching rotation stacked, bullpen stacked, bench weak. That's their weak spot. All right, now if we take a look at what their top prospects are looking like, Jason Dominguez, we've already said, is going to be playing in the outfield every day for the Yankees this year. He's going to get a chance to finally play. I love this dude. Don't forget, Stubs Sunday, I mentioned him as one of the players to invest in early, so make sure you're doing that. George Lombard Jr., 19-year-old shortstop. He's in high A, another really good player. Spencer Jones, outfielder at Double A. I feel like he has a chance to break through this year, possibly get to the team. I just don't know where he's going to play. They have a loaded outfield right now, a loaded offense. I mean, and you don't want a guy like Spencer Jones coming off the bench. Chase Hampton at Double A, right-handed pitcher. Roderick Arias, shortstop, Single A. Ben Hess, 22-year-old righty from college, and Pariah, another outfielder at Triple A. They just got an abundance of guys for outfield. So maybe they move one of them players to try to solidify the bench. I don't know what they do, but they definitely need bench help. But they have a lot of really good prospects in the minors. So the cupboard is definitely not bare in New York. Right now, we're going to give you my 3 bold predictions for the New York Yankees this year, starting with the pitching staff. Now, it's tough because they're so loaded. But Devin Williams had 31 saves from Milwaukee last year. I'm going to say that he ends up with 40-plus saves for the Yankees. I don't know if that's overly bold because of how good the Yankees team is, but that's the best I got for their pitching staff. That's my bold prediction, that Devin Williams will end up with 40 or more saves. Now, if we're talking about offense, I'm going to go to former Cardinal Paul Goldschmidt. He had a down year last year, especially for him. It was terrible. But I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that Paul Goldschmidt finds some of his old form, and he finishes with 4.5 or higher WAR this season. Fangraphs estimates him at 2.2 WAR. I'm going to say he goes over 4 WAR, 4.5 WAR in New York this season. I know that's pretty bold, but that's where we're going. And as far as the team goes, my bold prediction is this year's Yankees team will win the World Series. They will beat the Dodgers in the World Series. That's my bold prediction. It is pretty bold because the Dodgers are heavy, heavy, heavy favorites. The American League is pretty even. The East is crazy good because you have Boston. Tampa's always tough. The Blue Jays are going to be really good. The Orioles, the Yankees, but the Yankees are going to be the class of division, win 100-plus games. They're going to the World Series, and they are going to win the World Series this season. All right, if you're a Yankee fan like my buddy Wiley, please leave something down in the comments. Let me know what your bold prediction for your New York Yankees are this year, what you feel like they're going to do, what they can accomplish, what they might do with Marcus Stroman. Let me know. I just want to hear some feedback in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the follow button, the subscribe button. Free to do that. Hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Make sure to tell your friends, share this video, share any of my videos. Get them out there on the internet. The more, the merrier. We need more people in here checking out the podcast every day. I try my best to be here and do it every day. And don't forget, MLB the Show 25 launches on the 14th of March, and we're going to be streaming that every day over on Twitch. And I can't wait. So many good legends coming. It's going to be such a great year for MLB the Show. But yeah, until next time, you can catch me right here, same Buck time, same Buck channel.